Welcome, welcome. I was just saying that if you happen to have the Gathering Oil Blend, that would be a really good one to use during this class. And if you don't have it, Valor is a good one. Oh, that just smells so delicious. I love the Gathering Blend. Okay. All right, I am recording. I am going to mute all the lines for right now. As always, if you have any questions as I'm going along, feel free to type them in the chat, or if you have any comments to make. And then at the end, when I turn off the recording, you can ask whatever questions you want, and they will not be part of the recording. All right, so this is, oh wow, the eighth class in this year-long series of finding well-being. So it's all about finding your tribe. So this is a good topic, especially with the world that we've been living in the last 2.5 years. So I'm certainly not talking about anything that could remotely be considered diagnostic or treating, curing, or preventing any disease. That is not what we're talking about. We are talking about finding your people, finding your community. And so who am I? So my name is Allie Phillips, and I have been an attorney for 28 years, and I have been running my health and wellness business for over 11 years now. And I kind of blend all of my expertise together because I do a lot of work with animals, with abused and neglected animals, and with shelter pets. But I do a lot of work with people too, because we are living in a world where toxic living and toxic emotions are catching up to people. And it's coming out in disease and a lot of other issues. So I help to demystify what essential oils and crystals and energy healing can really do for people and for animals. And I'm the author of The Oily Crystal and the Oily Pet, if you have not already gotten your copy. All right, so like I said, we are in month 8 of the year of well-being. So after this, we only have 4 more left. Wow. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Next month is all about personal development. That is a huge topic, and I will find a way to try to keep it simple and to under an hour. All right, so let's dive in and let's talk about how to find your tribe. So in the chat, from those of you who are here live, what does it mean to you to find your tribe? What does that mean to you? I would love to know that, because when I think about well-being in body, mind, and spirit, that is all influenced by who we spend time with, by our community, by, could be our family, our friends. It's who we give our time to. And so this particular topic for well-being is about finding your tribe. And so I would really encourage you to look at who you spend time with. Yeah, in the chat, I see safe people to hang out with. Yes, 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 yes. That is such an important part of finding your tribe. So, I would encourage you to look at who is around you, especially every day. Do the people around you every day support you? Do they protect you? Do they treat you well? Do they encourage you? Do they have your back? Or do they come at you with their problems and their negativity and their criticisms and all the reasons why you can't do something, or all the reasons why you're doing something wrong? And where does your tribe fall? Yeah, I also see in the chat, being surrounded by people who support my choices and are there when I need them. Yeah, absolutely. So your tribe is the people that you crave spending time with, and hopefully they crave spending time with you too. You know, you can easily share honestly with them without any fear of criticism or judgment. You feel safe with them, they cheer you on, they have your back, both personally and professionally. So you have people that are supportive. And so finding your tribe is at the core about being social, personally and professionally. And we have come out of 2+ years of not our choice, but being antisocial, trying to do everything online. And so a lot of people are struggling right now with their tribe because their tribe has changed. And that'll happen. That will happen. When you change, your tribe will change. But when you have found your tribe, the well-being is automatic because the drama and the dysfunction and the struggle is gone and the belonging is there. But right now, I'm hearing from a lot of people that they feel like they don't belong anywhere. And they're really struggling to take their puzzle piece and fit it in the puzzle of life. They're like, I don't know where I fit in anymore, because people have radically and dramatically changed in the last couple of years. So if you feel like you don't even have a tribe, or you have the wrong tribe, that is actually draining of all of your energy levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And it can wear down your confidence and your self-esteem. It can wear on your mindset to where your mindset turns negative. It can impact your emotional balance and how you experience life. So your tribe that you feel safe and secure with has everything to do with the foundation of your well-being. And so this is kind of a big topic, kind of a big one. So who's in your tribe? So most of these groups you can choose. Now we can't choose family. And too often we think we cannot even choose our friends. And we keep friends in our daily life that we know we shouldn't. But here's the thing, you get to choose. Even with family, you get to choose how much time you give them if you feel like they are actually not your tribe. They are not supportive and you don't feel safe with them. You can choose. There is no rule, no law, nothing that says you have to give them all of your time and energy. If you do that, it's because you choose to do that. So you have choices here. And that's what I really want you to understand. You get to choose who's in your tribe. Nobody else does. So with friends, do they support you? Like, do they have your back? Or do they tear down the things that interest you? So, you know, all of us that are here right now tonight, you know, we all love wellness and we love young living and we love the healthy lifestyle. So if you're interested in that, do they support you? Do they want to learn more? Even if they're thinking, oh, wow, this is kind of crazy. Are they still interested because they know and they like and they trust you? Are they still interested? Do they want to help you? Or do they come up with every excuse in the book? This is where you get to decide who's in your friend circle. With coworkers and business colleagues, again, are you in a workspace that is not uplifting? So I think the last couple of years have really taught us that we do not have to stay in a workspace where we do not feel supported or encouraged or appreciated. And if it's a toxic work environment, you have every right to walk out and find a healthy work environment. So gone are the days where we should be thinking, well, I'm stuck until retirement. No, you're not. No, you're not. I changed my career 20 plus years into being an attorney. You can change it at any time, and you can radically change it and go in a different direction. So I want you to really look at, do you feel uplifted and supported by your coworkers, by your business colleagues, if you do have your own business? Or do you feel drained at the end of the day? Do you cringe when you see them, or when you get like a phone call or a message from them? Because if you're cringing, that is not who you want in your sphere and in your tribe. You get to choose that. With family, again, family we can't choose, but we can choose how much time we spend with them, and we can choose how we respond to them. So if they are supportive and non-judgmental, and they are there for you, that's amazing. That is awesome. They are your tribe. But if they trigger emotional responses in you that are negative, then you need to rethink. They can still be family, but they don't have to be in your tribe. Your tribe is safety and security. Community groups and clubs. Do you feel at ease in a community group or a club? Maybe you're in, the Rotary Club or the Kiwanis Club, or, just a local club where people get together. I mean, do you feel at ease? Do you feel welcome? Do you feel like you're able to contribute to the group? Is it a nice give and take? Or do you not feel included? If you get the vibe that I don't really feel a part of this group, then that's not your tribe. You can find another one. It's okay to walk away. I've walked away from tons of groups in recent years because my vibe changed, and it's like, not my thing anymore. And then go find new ones. Same thing with volunteer groups. Volunteering in a setting, you can find like-minded people, and that you have found your tribe in a volunteer group is when you want to actually spend time there. It's joyful. You look forward to it. You don't think about, oh, I don't have time. You make the time for it. So whether it's at an animal shelter or Meals on Wheels, or you're working for the food bank or Boys and Girls Club, when you feel at ease and belonging, and you just have a good feeling about a volunteer group or a community group, that's your tribe. And then there's just kindred spirits, people that you may meet in the strangest places, and you just hit it off. It's just like an energetic click that you make with somebody, and you have similar interests, and you get excited having similar interests and talking about these things. Those people are definitely your tribe. And they tend to come out of the blue, and it's like, whoa, we met at the strangest place. And those are sometimes the best people to have in your tribe, because they are literally brought to you almost like a divine intervention. So this is something to really think about, that you are the average of the 5 people you most spend time with. So I want you to think about that. I want you to really, really think about that. Okay. So, oh, hold on. What am I missing here? Oh, sorry, I'm clicking back and forth. For some reason, I don't know what happened here. I have a couple of slides that just absolutely went missing on me. Well, I don't know what happened, but I'm going to still give you the information. I literally put the slides in, so I'm just going to keep going. So here's the thing. How do you actually find your tribe? How do you find your tribe? If you're feeling alone and you're feeling isolated and you don't know who to spend time with, maybe you're struggling to reach the right people for fun or for your business. This is where you should focus on finding your tribe, but you should also focus on, who do you want in your tribe? Who do you want in your tribe? And you also need to focus on your internal emotional health, because if you have a negative mindset or you have emotional triggers, you could literally be pushing away the tribe that you most want to connect with. So here's the thing, having a big tribe should never be the goal because it can actually be stressful. It's about the quality of your tribe. If your tribe is one person or 10 people, it's the quality of the relationships. So right now, do you feel like you have the right people, the quality people around you that you can call your tribe? And it doesn't mean that you're spending every minute together, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have the closest relationships. It just means when you get together, there's a common theme. Everybody has fun, no issues, no drama, no dysfunction. It's all good. That's when you know you have found your tribe, that you can call on these people to help you and you can help them. And so this is where you are the average of the 5 people you most spend time with. So friend up, friend up. You will grow into your best self by doing this. So I look at some of my groups and I literally want to be the lowest denominator in the group. I am looking at people who are far more successful than me, or they have, if it's a volunteer group, they have really gone above and beyond. I like to be in the presence of people who are just the most awesome, amazing people, because they lift me up. And then simultaneously, when I'm lifted up, then I can lift them up. So that's what I mean by friend up. And when you're looking at your tribe right now, your tribe that you have is a reflection of your energy. So if your tribe is happy and excited and engaged, then that is a real reflection of you, because you're the average of the 5 people you most spend time with. But if it's a tribe of complaining and negative energy, then you're going to find yourself complaining too. You're going to kind of get wrapped up into that. So if you need a new tribe, a good way to connect with new people is to do things that you love, and you're going to find kindred spirits there. If you like crystals, join a crystal group or a spiritual group. If you like cooking, join a cooking class. If you like books, join a book club. If you like kayaking, join a kayaking club. Volunteer doing things that you really love. Some of my, greatest friendships have come from volunteering to help animals. Also get to know your neighbors. But the big thing is to get out and be in your community, because, too many people are feeling the stress and the exhaustion of the world that we live in. And so they become homebound. They may go out to work, but then they literally come home and they're homebound and they're isolating themselves. And the last couple of years has not helped with that. So you can certainly find online tribes, but that is not the highest quality. You can find quality there, but the highest quality you're going to find in person, in your community, with in-person interactions. So, getting out to networking events, going to festivals and local events and talking to people. Like I love going to all of these like art fairs, and, I'm not buying art. I just want to meet people. So every time I go to an event, a farmer's market, an art fair, some festival, I make it a point to really talk with 3 people, like 3 vendors. Just talk to them. Like get their business card, like ask them questions, get to know them. And if I feel like, hey, we kind of click, then I follow up with them. But it's getting out and meeting people and really talking to people and being intentional in who you meet. So tribes can change, because as you change, the average of the people that you hang out with is also going to change. So, in 2015, when I moved back to Lansing, I had lived here for many years, but then I went out to DC for almost 12 years. And when I came back, it was really important at that time to network for my businesses, because I was literally starting from scratch. And my tribe when I lived here before is not the tribe that I have now, because my energy has changed. My focus has changed. And so I was very intentional about who I wanted to meet and who I wanted to connect with. And because I have gotten out more, I have learned more about my community and met a lot of amazing people and amazing business owners that otherwise, if I was working a 9-to-5 job, I mean, if I was still a prosecutor in the courtroom, I didn't do that when I was a prosecutor. It wasn't safe for me to do that, frankly. But I just didn't do that because I would literally go to work and then come home, often working nights. So had I not changed what I was doing when I moved back here, I'd probably be living a very isolated, lonely life, and my businesses would be pretty much non-existent. So, finding your tribe is important personally and professionally. Okay. So have you all heard of the color personalities? I know many of you have, and you've taken the quiz. I would really encourage you to go to jacobadamo.com and take the color personality quiz. And here's why. When you are connecting with your community, with your tribe of people, there can be very diverse personalities, even if you have things in common that you love, like a book club or a kayaking club. You can have very, very diverse personalities. And when you really understand the core personality of someone, you know how to relate to them. And you can do it in a very authentic way. And this is one of the easiest personality systems that I've ever seen. I mean, you can do Myers-Briggs. That's what, 12 or 16 different personalities. You got Enneagrams, well, there's 9. This is 4. Super easy to learn. And he wrote a couple of books, and he goes into great detail of how our personalities differ, how to communicate with different personalities. It's because we can either be the best version of our personality or the most troublesome version of our personality. And it's really eye-opening, and it'll help you with your community of people. So I would encourage you to take the test. So the yellow people, these are the group hug people. Everybody come in for a group hug. How are you doing? Are you okay? Like, they are the nurturers. They are often in a helping profession, like a teacher, a social worker. And, they don't want to be front and center. They put all of their needs last. They are solely focused on helping you. So yellows are really good for building a health and wellness business because they're so focused on everybody else. They do quite well. The green personalities are your analytical, kind of analysis by paralysis people. These are your spreadsheet people who want research. So if you're coming at them with a new concept, come at them with research. They're very methodical. They like facts and only the facts. They don't want to get all emotional about things. Now, the blues just want to have fun. That's what they want. They want to have parties. If they're having, classes or events, they're fun. So in the essential oil world, the blues are the DIY people. They just want to have fun. That's it. The green people are whipping out the essential oil research. The yellows just get people together for the community. The reds are the leaders. They are very driven. They're very self-motivated, very success-oriented. And what's interesting is all these colors can work very well together when you know who you're dealing with. So if you have taken the quiz, I'd love to see in the chat what your primary and your secondary color is. So I'm a very high red, which probably doesn't shock you. I'm a very high red. I think I was like 48% red and then like 38% blue. So I work hard, but I play hard. And then I got the yellow in there, and the green, it's like, okay, I enjoy research, but not my thing, not my thing. So yeah, I'm seeing in the chat, yellow, blue. Yeah, this is a fantastic quiz to take because it tells you about yourself and who you may attract in your tribe, but it also helps you work well with people in your tribe because you're not going to attract all reds or all blues. I actually attract a lot of yellows because yellows are very attracted to reds. They're like, you know what? I'm going to be behind the scenes, kind of like the mom caretaking, and you steer the ship. Red, steer the ship. So everybody's got their connection. Yellow and a little green. Yeah. So it's really, it helps with self-awareness, and it helps you in relating to people, because all I need is a 2-minute conversation with somebody. I know exactly what their color is because I've studied this enough, and it really helps me relate to them. So that if I'm talking to them about something health and wellness related, and if they come to me and they're a financial planner and they're all about spreadsheets, I'm going to hit them with research. Okay. If I meet a social worker and she just keeps asking me, how are you doing? How have you been doing these last couple of years? Oh, ding, 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 yellow, yellow. I'm going to invite that person into the community because they want a community. So that's how it works. And it can really help you with your tribe. All right. So, I love this quote by Winnie the Pooh because we've been in a world where we have been isolated. And if you want your tribe, you have to go to them. You can't sit back and wait for them to come to you. Okay. It's really, really important that you go to them. Okay. So your throat chakra, so we have been working our way up the chakra system this whole series, and the throat chakra is very relevant to finding your tribe because the throat chakra is all about communication and connections with people. So when you have a balanced throat chakra, it is an important part of well-being because you are communicating authentically. Because when you are authentically you, and you have worked on your emotional triggers, and you are healthy emotionally, you've worked on your mindset, you are going to draw in like-minded people. If you find that you're drawing in people who are kind of a hot mess, then you might want to do just a little deeper work. Next month, we're going to talk about personal development. And I even notice this. If I keep drawing in the same people, it's like, oh gosh, I'm the common denominator there. I need to look at something. And it's not that it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just when you know the people that you want in your tribe, that's who you want to draw in. So you need to make sure that you are that person. So this is why the throat chakra is really important. So the throat chakra relates to your throat, your thyroid, your jaw, your neck, but also your voice, how you communicate. Do you have a strong, confident voice? Kind of your self-esteem literally comes out through your voice. It comes up through your solar plexus, through your heart, and comes out through your voice. So, how is your voice? Is it drawing in people, or is it repelling people? Because when the throat chakra is balanced, you're able to express your feelings and your thoughts very clearly. You do not sit on your words. You don't swallow them. You actually express them, and you express authentically and compassionately. So I've said this so many times, you've probably heard it, that when somebody is angry and yelling and berating and being negative with their voice, but saying, I'm just speaking my truth. No, you're not. Because truth is never harsh. Truth can always be heard. So a balanced throat chakra speaks compassionately, but authentically. So you can have difficult conversations, but they can be heard. So when your throat chakra is balanced, you're also very creative and you're eager to express it. and you just have good timing and just good rhythm, in your life and clear speech, but you're also a good listener. And that is key to finding your tribe, is being a good listener. Now, when your throat chakra is depleted and it's struggling, you swallow your words. You're afraid to say something publicly. You're afraid of criticism. You're afraid that you're going to be wrong. And so you hold back because you're worried about judgment and rejection and criticism. And maybe you struggle to put your feelings into words. You're shy, you're quiet. So that's a depleted throat chakra. And when the throat chakra is inflamed, these are people who talk too much, where you're like, I want to get in a word, but you just can't. These are dominating voices of people who literally do not take a breath, and they have a very domineering voice, and they don't listen. So that's inflamed. So I want to give you a couple of crystals and a couple of essential oils to balance the throat chakra. And you can literally put the oils right on your throat, or you can, if it's a vitality oil, you can put it in water and gargle with it, or you can lay down and put the crystals on your throat. So for crystals, light blue crystals are the best for your throat chakra, because the throat chakra resonates with the frequency of the color light blue. So we're talking blue lace agate, angelite, celestite. Those are the big three. Okay, blue lace agate, angelite, and celestite. Really good for soothing and balancing the throat chakra. Now, for essential oils for the throat chakra, I like fennel. You heard me right. That licorice smelling essential oil, fennel, is my #1 oil for the throat chakra, because it helps you speak your truth from an energy of compassion. And it gets rid of the block of speaking and fearing criticism or judgment or rejection. It allows you to speak. I also like Sacred Mountain because it protects and it empowers speech. I like Australian Blue. If you've not tried that blend, it is amazing. It is amazing. It's a blue colored oil that is very grounding during conflict. So you need to have very clear, compassionate, authentic speech during conflict. Australian Blue is what you want to go for. And then German chamomile, another blue colored oil. It brings calmness and peace to your communication. Okay, so those oils again are fennel, Sacred Mountain, Australian Blue, and German chamomile. All right, so let's go into some lifestyle recommendations for, really finding and selecting your tribe, especially if you feel that you need a new tribe, or you just don't have one right now and you really want that belonging. So the big thing is you really need to work on your self-esteem and your mindset so that you attract the right tribe. Like, who do you want? Picture that person in your mind. Make sure that you have those qualities. Okay, so if you want, a very proactive, positive, forward-thinking person, but you yourself have been thinking very small and very negatively and finding all the reasons why something doesn't work, you're not going to attract that person in. So that's why I say you got to work on your mindset as well as your self-esteem so that you attract the right person. Network. Okay, when I say the word networking, does it make you sick to your stomach? Or are you thinking, yay, I get to meet more people? So if you're nervous or if you think it's going to be icky, go with a friend who's good at networking. There's tons of networking events. Some are for business, but some are just for personal. It's just getting to know people on a personal level. So today I have been in a professional networking group for 5.5 years. And I happen to be the education coordinator for them this year. And so every week I give a 5-minute education moment. And this today, my topic was, at networking events, are you a hustler or are you a host? Here's the difference. The hustlers are the people that go into the room and their goal is to get their business card in everybody's hand. They don't care about you. They don't ask you a question about you. They are like speed dating through that room, and their goal is to hand out all their business cards and walk away. That leaves a very icky energy. They are never going to get business. I have seen this so much at networking events. I actually can't help but laugh now. And it's like, I'm not going to respond when you email me. I'm never going to refer business to you. You got to learn how to do this. The hustler is not the way to go. The host is. When you think about a host, like if you're hosting a party, they're very welcoming. They introduce people to each other. They want to make sure people are having a good time. People like that at networking events are awesome. And there's always people like that at networking events. So I say that because if you're nervous or think it's going to be icky, there's always going to be somebody with a host mentality that's going to see you, instantly come over and say, welcome, you know, what's your business? What do you do? Or if it's a personal networking group, they're just going to ask you about you. So if I'm at the event, I take on a host mindset. So you can always come networking with me. The other thing is to join a club where you're going to find kindred spirits. So again, you know, I've mentioned a cooking club, you know, a book club, a kayaking club, tennis club, roller skating club. I mean, we got a roller derby here in town. I have friends that are in that. Thanks, but no thanks. I love to roller skate, but now roller derby. So, you know, find a club where you're going to find a kindred spirit, or create a club. Create a club. I have so many friends that have created clubs. There's a healers group locally that I'm in where anybody who's doing energy healing work is welcome in this group. That has been a phenomenal group. I've personally created a crystal group for my students and a group called the Sacred Shift, where we work with the energies in our world and learn how to flow with them with ease. And I wanted to create something that was actually missing in the world and missing in my community. And it's like, hey, I've got all these like-minded people that love this. I'm going to create this community. So you can always create a club. Okay. If your thing is making giraffe-shaped origami, create a club. Create a club, put it on Facebook. People will come to that. So since all of us here and most people that are probably listening are with Young Living, get to events and meet people outside of your team. This has been one of the greatest things about Young Living is, you know, I love my team. I love my upline leaders, but when I go and connect with people who are outside of that, oh my gosh, I learn so much. I love that. One of my dearest friends and my accountability partner, not in my team or anywhere near our team. And we've really helped each other. There's so many people that you can meet that you can find your tribe there. And, you know, share what you love about Young Living, because you can create a community just of what you love about Young Living. That's one of the best things about this, and why a lot of people get involved, because it creates community. Once you find a tribe of people, one thing that is amazing is to plan a summer retreat with your tribe, where you get together and you focus on like-minded things, you grow your tribe. So I have a friend in Boston, and she created a tribe called the We Project, W-E, the We Project. You can find her Facebook page. She's amazing. And oh my gosh, she just decided to create this community of like-minded women who are all interested in healthy lifestyle, wellness, you know, positive thinking. And they get together all the time for retreats. They go out into the woods. They're doing chanting and all of this amazing stuff. So when you have a tribe, consider retreats, even if it's just for a day. Like go to a place and just do something. And that actually grows a stronger tribe. You can host a potluck or a fall bonfire, or, whatever you want, but it's about bringing your people together. That's the main thing that I do for my Young Living group. It's bringing people together in a social way, but then they learn something. So that's what I love to do. What else? Be out in your community. Like I said, go to community events. And if you have something to sell, set up a booth, or otherwise just go meet other people there. I mean, there's so many amazing people that are out there and the things that they create. And when you connect with people, if you really feel a connection, like, hey, this person is kind of my tribe, follow up with them, get to know them. If they're another business, come at it with the mindset of how you can help them, never how they can help you, never. It's always a giver's gain philosophy. If you give to them, you will in turn gain, but always come at it from how can I help you? Like, let me learn more about you. And then you're going to realize, oh my gosh, I actually have referrals for you. That's what I love to do. And it really, really helps to find your tribe when you come at that with that mindset, kind of like being at a networking event. And instead of being the hustler, you're the host. People are drawn to that energy. You're going to literally attract them in like a magnet. All right, let's talk essential oils for your community to bring on a sense of community and help you draw in your tribe. All right. Blue tansy. Oh, the bluest of the blue oils, super blue. This is an oil that is very relaxing. It supports your nervous system. It's very soothing when you're stressed and irritated. It's one of the primary ingredients in acceptance and valor and peace and calming. So it kind of gives you an idea of what it does. It's a very high vibrational oil, and it's going to help you rise above and respond with grace if you are currently in a community of negativity. It's going to help you rise above, because when you raise your energy, then you're going to attract in people of a raised energy. So it's going to help you greatly if that is your situation. I also like geranium, because if you feel alone, if you feel you don't have a tribe, if you don't feel like you have a belonging anywhere, this is going to lift your spirits. It's going to expand your heart chakra with self-love, because you draw in what you are. So if you feel alone, you're just going to draw in more feelings of being alone, more feelings of isolation. So this is about working on your heart chakra so that you have self-love, self-acceptance, self-esteem, and then you're going to draw in people like that. And those are healthy relationships. They're not filled with just friends who dump their problems on you. I mean, those are not friends that do that. Okay. Gathering oil. So that's what I mentioned at the beginning of this class, is gathering oil. If you do not have this, this is absolutely worth getting. It's got lavender, black spruce, frankincense, geranium, sandalwood, ylang-ylang, vetiver, cinnamon, rose. I mean, it is a delicious combination to, again, help you rise above the chaos, draw in calmness, and help you gather your right community. So when I actually go to events where I have a booth, I am usually diffusing the gathering oil because I want to draw in the right people. But it's also an oil about gathering your energy so that you are in the best space, so that you can draw in people who are also in the best space. So it balances body, mind, and spirit, helps you release negativity. And it's also a great oil that when you feel scattered and you just don't know what direction to go, this gathers your energy so that you actually know which path to take. So it just has so many uses. I love it. The harmony oil brings all of your energy, of all your energy fields, into balance, because when you are balanced, you're going to attract balanced people. If you are not balanced, you are going to draw in people who are a hot mess, and they're not going to support you. They're not going to have your back. They're not going to leave you feeling better. And so it's going to be very hard for you to leave them feeling better and for you to have their back. So this is where start with yourself and the others will come. That's what harmony does. The one purpose oil, this is a new one that we got in June. One purpose is celebrating the strength that comes with working together, because sometimes working together doesn't work out. Personalities get in the way. But this is about working together for a higher common goal. And it's aligning your energy to a purpose. Tribes have a purpose. The purpose may be to get together and read a book once a month. The purpose may be to, visit every lavender farm in the state. The purpose may be to go rock hounding. One purpose aligns you so that you know what you want and aligns the energy of the group. So when you get together with your tribe, that would be a really good oil to just pass around the group and say, hey, everybody, take a hit. Take a hit, snort this oil. It gets everybody energetically aligned. It is a beautiful oil. And then valor. I mean, this is going to boost your self-esteem and your confidence so that you are meeting and drawing in the right people. It takes courage now to show up in this world and shine your light. Open your throat chakra to where you are openly communicating rather than swallowing your words. It takes courage to go for your goals and to help others and to share your gifts. So that's a really great oil to use. All right. And last but not least, crystals that help with your community and your tribe. Angelite. Oh, angelite, beautiful light blue crystal. It's a great throat chakra crystal, and it's known as the stone of awareness. It'll help you speak your truth with compassion, to spread harmony and truth and light. It's a real beautiful angelic connection. So it's very calm, it's very balancing, and it is good for attracting harmonious relationships. That's your tribe. Harmonious relationships. Oh, put the harmony oil and the angel light together, or the one purpose oil and the angel light together. Oh, I mean, that's where beautiful things happen. Chrysocolla, this is called the wise stone of conciliation. That's kind of a mouthful. It was also Cleopatra's favorite crystal. So this helps you bring into your life what you need to shift and grow, including the right people. Because remember, you always want to friend up. When I'm in a group, I want to be the lowest common denominator. I want to be inspired by people who are healthier, have done more, have thought, have thought more, just have done more. I want to be inspired and uplifted by them. So this is a great crystal for that. And, it'll help you release a mindset that is holding you back and release the past. It's transformation water energy. It's very calm. It helps you communicate truth and find your personal power. It helps you have harmony with yourself and with others. So again, it's a really great crystal for self-awareness and creativity and motivation and confidence and all that good stuff. And that's what's going to help draw in your tribe. Eudialyte. Boy, I have been talking about this crystal a lot, and I've got to find some to put in my private crystal store, because I literally have been talking about this crystal a lot the last couple of months. There is something about this crystal that wants us to work with it. This is a crystal that is known for connecting you to the right people, whether it's a soulmate or a soul tribe. This is the crystal. It heals what is in you that is drawing in the wrong people. It heals the self-loathing and the unforgiveness, and it brings self-love. I mean, it brings profound inner change and higher connections and tuning into higher vibrational energies so that you're not just distracted by the everyday chaos and noise that's out there. But I love it for bringing synchronicities. It makes you aware of the synchronicities that you have in your life, of the tribe that is literally within grasp, but you're just too busy or distracted or self-loathing that you don't even see the people that are literally standing right there in front of you that could be your tribe. That's what Eudialite does. I got to get some more of this. I got one little piece that I work with, but man, I got to find a supply of this. I am working on it. And then rhodochrosite. This brings self-love and self-esteem. So, you know, it is very much like the geranium oil that is going to lift and expand and heal your heart chakra so that you are putting out the good, loving energy so that it comes back to you. And it's another crystal that really attracts the right people to you. And it does it by clearing emotional hurts and healing and releasing your inner child, you know, so that your inner child, I mean, inner child is playful, doesn't have fear, just says what they want to say. I mean, release that wild child. That's what the rhodochrosite does. And it just brings a very positive attitude, and you just feel good around that crystal. It's an amazing crystal. All right, so those are my crystals to help you draw in your community. All right, book recommendations. So, okay, Brené Brown, this book called Braving the Wilderness. So I listened to this last year when I was driving up to Mackinac Island. And it is not at all what I thought it was about. This book is about belonging and how to find it by being who you really are and not changing who you are. So it's going to draw in your authentic tribe. That is a phenomenal book. Phenomenal. I also like the culture code. And this is all about how to create a culture in your tribe, in your community, because that is how you inspire and empower people to take action, is through your culture. And then when I send an email with the link to this recording, I'm going to send you that meditate book, because one of the things that is really going to help is if you feel like I'm drawing in the wrong people, like I really need to shift that, you need to meditate on that and figure out, okay, what shift can I make in me so that I'm aware of who I want to bring in? You're going to get that clarity through meditation. So I'm going to send you that meditation book in the email that will be coming shortly. All right. So I love this quote. I actually heard this from a Royal Crown Diamond, and she said, run with your message because people needed it yesterday. So you got to speak your truth and find your tribe and run with your message, because you have something to share and people needed it yesterday. All right. So I always share my upcoming classes. So I have integrated energy therapy, which is an angelic hands-on energy healing. I have 2 spaces left in that class. That's coming up. It's a basic, intermediate, and advanced class. It's phenomenal. It helps get the emotional issues out of the cellular memory. More powerful than Reiki. It's really amazing. I'm doing my Healing Angels, my annual Healing Angels class online. It's broken into 3 different dates, 2 hours each time, and you will meet and connect with 9 different healing angels to get messages. I'm doing my basic crystal healing class, my crystal healing for animals, and advanced crystal healing after you take either the basic or the animals class. So those are coming up, and then they are done until next. That's it for my classes for the remainder of the year. The IET will come back in January. The crystal classes come back February and March. So if you are interested, hop into these classes. They're a lot of fun, even the online ones. All right. And if you are not already using Young Living and you're thinking, I have got to get some of those oils, whoever invited you to watch this, get with them so that they can help you get started. If I invited you, there is my enroller number so that you can plug that in and get into my team with a lot of great education and free trainings and free educational materials, because this presentation is actually free to my oil team. People in other oil teams pay for this, but this is a benefit that I give to my peeps, my oily peeps. All right, and if we are not already connected on social media, Rudy as well as Stella and Dobby would love to connect with you because they are all over social media. And today is Stella's 7th birthday. I wish she was sitting here on the back of the chair because we would all sing happy birthday to her. So anyway, all right, I am going to end the recording. So for those listening to the recording, thank you for joining in, and I hope you will join in next month. So I'm going to stop the recording and then take any questions from those who are here for the live presentation.